Hello everyone. Just want to do another update. I'll try and get this one out pretty quick. There's a few things that I've noticed, so we'll get on with it. We'll start off with Move actually. So Move is the volatility index for bonds, which is actually looking pretty good. So we did have this big move up and this kind of pattern across here, and it started to look like it was going to go back down again, but fortunately it's not. We're moving across. This is a pretty bullish indication, so we've got this elevated move up in bond volatility, and a break above here should potentially, you can just about see these dots as to where March 2020 was. And we had this, it clearly went up to around here, came back down again, had this escalated move up, and then boom, gone. So it'd be nice if we see something similar like to that with Move. That should also translate over to VIX as well, which is the volatility index for equities, because as you can see, it's trading complete opposite at the moment. The VIX is just down. It's not really showing any significant signs of moving. This is a 4-hourly chart as well. We definitely have a pretty strong bottom here. There's been many cases, around this zone, back here, earlier on, where we've gone down to this level, and we've just not really got any lower. Which is pretty good, so this is obviously the new sort of floor, if you will, for VIX. But I've put in this pattern. It might not mean an awful lot. I'm probably just best hoping here. There's a little bit of a trend here, so it'd be nice if we had this move up and I could see a breakout in VIX, which would escalate something similar. Which, look, if we have a steady sell-off, I still think we can get up to around 45, 50. But if things get really heavy selling, there's no reason why it's not going to go a lot higher than what it did in March. Because for starters, there's a lot more margin debt in the economy at the moment. So when the margin calls start, the selling's going to get really heavy. Now if we go back over to TLT, which is bonds, in fact we'll go on to the 4-hourly because it looks really quite interesting here. And you can see we put in this nice double bottom, which is brilliant. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more for everyone. We put in this nice double bottom. So at the moment you've got your resistant lines coming down here. I wouldn't be surprised to see us gap up above this, because TLT likes its gaps. I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up above this. Maybe not necessarily today, but next week on the open, and then start moving higher. The next target is going to be 140 as your horizontal resistance, and once we start getting above there, things should really start accelerating for TLT, which kind of goes hand in hand with what the move index is showing as well. So we could be looking for that next move in bonds, which is brilliant, and it's very likely once it does go, there's a large position to be unwound. We could end up here. How long it's going to take to get there, I don't know. A couple of months probably, maybe by the end of the year, but at some point I think, we'll probably have to end up touching 200-ish in bonds, which would be quite nice. We'll have a quick look at stocks as well, the S&P 500 at least. It's not really giving away too much. We seem to be stuck within this range. I think I said it the other day that we possibly will be stuck here. It doesn't look bullish, but it doesn't exactly look bearish yet either. It just kind of looks stuck, and I expect we're probably going to get, may not get a move up, they might get a move down, or move down followed by a move up. It's really kind of, I don't think it's going to go. We're certainly not going to get this previous sort of the stocks only go up kind of pattern. There's a lot of difficulty here, a lot of things to worry about, but we'll see. For now, I don't know. I don't think anything too interesting is going to happen this week. Maybe towards the end of next week things might start to change, but we'll see. The US dollar, on the other hand, as well, suggests that the rally should be over, because look at this. It's just non-stop. It's just been a really nice strong rally with the dollar, and it looks like we've taken a bit of a break here in the overnight, but we might even see a good leg up to 94. Which is pretty strong. And once we start getting above this with the dollar, it's not going to be favourable for stocks. Dollar up, stocks down. Dollar down, stocks have gone up. So we can see here when it really gets moving, it can get moving. We've had this pretty started here, but you know, we're only about this kind of level, if you will, in terms of the rally. So we could see, you know, a nice big move up to around here and then off, which would be nice. Gold, right. For those of you who have seen my mega pattern that I've been on, that has played out absolutely perfectly. So if you've been trading that, based on what I've been saying, then, you know, well done to you. Where are we at now? Okay, so we've gone halfway down. I mean, it's likely that this megaphone's over now, because to actually go down to the bottom of this is quite far. I think we'll get under. I think we will go lower. But we know this is the kind of last support level. So if we're going to see any sort of an attempt to rally, I think this is going to be it. And there'll be a lot of people that'll be thinking, oh yeah, gold will never hit this price again. Let's buy whilst we can. But with I don't know if anybody heard about that hedge fund that started getting margin the other day. These are the kind of things that cause gold to sell. And then if you look on the daily, you can see just further back. Right, so this was the March crash in gold. So we're at the peak of the March crash now. So it's reasonable to say there's not much volume under here. Everybody bought here, bought all the way up, got taken out in March. And the rest of us are bought back in at the bottom, and then there's a bit of buying here. So if this breaks, this level breaks, because you can see this is your strong zone where everyone bought in ready for this move up. If this breaks, we're likely to head probably around to here. So I think the next move in gold could be under, certainly around 1500. I'd be interested to see how we get there. If you look, actually, if you go back and have a look at the previous peak from, where are we? 2013. It was a big sell-off and it went down pretty quick. So we could see something similar where we're kind of here now on the gun pattern, here to here. What we might see is this big sell-off down, come back, and another sell-off down even further, and then kind of consolidate across and down, which would take us, you know, perhaps down here, back up a little bit, back here, and then consolidate across somewhere. I mean, my outlook was, yep, 1350, which would take us to around, somewhere around here. But it would work really well for this long-term trend line that I've got, so I think it's pretty likely that gold's going to hold this long-term trend line that it's in. My suggestion would be, I think if we can get back down here again, this is going to be a good buy. But even then, if things get really bad, it can go a lot lower. But I don't know. I wouldn't speculate on that, because there's also the possibility that, you know, the Biden administration are going to jump out with something stupid. But yeah, that's kind of your quick outlook as to where things are at the moment. Oil, yeah, not giving too much away. We'll leave it at that for now. If anyone's got any questions, just, you know, comment or send me a message. And don't forget to like the video as well, if you can.